All right, let's talk about one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind. How do you actually master AI right now in 2026? Look, whether you're just trying to figure out where to begin or you're already using AI and you're ready to make a real strategic impact, you're in the right place. We're going to break it all down.
And if you've been looking at how fast everything is moving and feeling, well, a little overwhelmed, trust me, you are not alone. It's a lot. But our goal today is to cut right through all that noise and give you a clear, practical path forward. So, here's the journey we're going on today. First, we'll get the lay of the land. What makes the AI world in 2026 so different? Then, we get hands on, building your first AI agent. After that, we'll level up with some real strategy, talk about the absolutely critical partnership between humans and AI, and finally, we'll cover the new rules of the road. Okay, let's start with that big picture. What is it that makes AI in 2026 feel so completely different? Well, it's really not about the flashy, one-off gimmicks anymore. It's about this deep, almost invisible integration into everything we do. And this really gets to the heart of it. The biggest change is that AI is becoming, well, ambient. It's like electricity. It's just there, inside the tools you already use, working in the background to make your workflows smoother without you even thinking about it. So these are the big currents shaping everything. You've got that invisible AI becoming the default. A lot of that is happening right on your device now, which makes it faster and more private. Because of that, the big tech battles aren't just about who has the smartest model, but who can best manage all these different AI tools. This means basically, if you're building a product, you have to have an AI strategy. It's not optional anymore. It's pretty clear we need a solid plan to navigate all this. So with all that in mind, where do you even start? Let's get really practical. If you're a beginner, I've got great news. Building things with AI has never, ever been easier. We're going to talk about creating your very first AI agent. So, what is an AI agent really? It's not just a chatbot that gives you answers. Think of an agent as a system that can actually do stuff. It looks at a situation, makes a call, and then takes action to get something done, all on its own. And here's the wild part. Look how simple the process is now. You don't need to write a single line of code. You just go to a no-code platform, and in plain English, you describe what you want done. The system then just builds the logic, connects the tools you need, and lets you test it and launch it in a matter of minutes. It's incredible. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The walls have come down. If you have a clear idea for a task you want to automate, you literally have the tools at your fingertips to build it yourself. That's a massive, massive shift in who gets to be a creator in this new world. Okay, so what about those of you who've already been playing around with these tools? Let's talk about leveling up. This is all about moving beyond just experimenting and starting to implement a real high-impact AI strategy for your team or your company. You know, a successful AI rollout doesn't happen by accident. It follows a clear plan, a roadmap, and this six-phase framework is basically your guide. You start with an honest look at where you are, then you build a strategy, you pick a smart pilot project to prove it works, and then you implement, scale, and keep making it better. It's all about being disciplined to get real results. And this isn't just theory, right? Look at a company like Goldman Sachs. Their approach is a masterclass. What do? First, they go after big, important business problems. Next, they use AI to make their experts even better, not to replace them. And this is huge. They insist on AI that can explain its reasoning, no black boxes. It's all built on a foundation of strong governance so that humans are always in the driver's seat. This is what it looks like when it's done right. Which brings us perfectly to our next section, the absolute critical need for a human in the loop. The simple truth is, the most successful AI systems aren't about replacing people. They're about creating this incredibly powerful partnership between human smarts and machine speed. And this slide lays it out perfectly. Think of it as a division of labor. Let the AI do the grunt work, crank out the first drafts, do the repetitive analysis, spitball ideas, but the crucial stuff, the final sign-off, the strategic calls, the fact-checking, making sure it sounds like you, that's where human expertise is and will always be absolutely essential. I just love this quote. It totally reframes the goal, right? We're not trying to build something that thinks like a person. We're trying to build something that can produce verifiable, trustworthy knowledge and do it at a massive scale. It's about making certainty something you can manufacture. And if you take one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. For years, the big challenge was just making AI bigger, faster, stronger. That's not the bottleneck anymore. The real bottleneck now is verification. You only make real progress when a human can check the AI's work, correct it, and actually trust it. Without that, you just hit a dead end.
Of course, with all this power comes a whole lot of responsibility, which leads us to our final section. We have to talk about the new rules of the game, this rapidly growing world of governance, ethics, and yes, legal compliance.
I mean, just look at this timeline for 2026 alone. From California's deepfake laws to Colorado tackling algorithmic bias to new federal acts, a whole patchwork of regulations is coming online fast. And these aren't just suggestions. These are laws that you have to be ready to navigate.
So here's the bottom line. The goalposts have moved. For a long, long time in tech, the goal was to delight the user, make it fun, make it slick. But now that AI is making bigger, more important decisions, the new measure of success is accountability. Can you explain why your AI did what it did? And who's responsible when it messes up?
And that really brings us to our final thought for today. If the biggest challenge in AI has shifted from generation to verification, that poses a pretty direct question to every single one of us. How are you going to build trust into your workflow? How will you make sure the AI you're using isn't just powerful, but that it's actually truly trustworthy?